Hi, my name is Lauli Bitoye, and this is Script 516. And in this series, we'll be talking about the lies we were taught. Yeah. And we'll follow it up with the truths that we learn. Growing up, we were taught a lot of lies. Well, we didn't know it were lies as we grew up. We just knew those were the things that were done and how things were handled. So we learned them as we saw them, or we learned them as we heard them. But looking back now, I've come to realize that these lies have guided, they have shaped our way of thinking, or our way of seeing things, our way of talking, our way of addressing issues that come up in our everyday lives. The lies from how we behave to how we see other people, how we talk to other people, how we treat money. Either we learn to appreciate the value of money, or we see money as something that can be gotten by any means. How we tell the truth, or how we consider what is a lie, or what is good and what is bad. The lies that were formed by each person's perception of how things should be and how things should not be. Those lies, some of them have been passed down from generations to generations. Some of them have been turned to doctrines and culture, and like I saw on social media not too long ago, that culture is peer pressure from dead people, right? Because they've been formed by a long history of the way a set of people have chosen or decided to handle or agree on a certain matter. So that's turned to culture. And somehow, even as times have changed, as dispensations and as current happenings around the world has changed, those things have seemingly remained unchanged in some of our minds, because we just have to settle into the reality of this is how we have always been doing it in our family, in our tribe, in our country. This is how it is, and this is how it must be, and this is how it should always be. And therefore there is constantly that rage that comes out when there is a little bit of challenge, when there is a little bit of light that is attempted to be thrown on that one sacred area that we feel should never be touched or changed. And we protect it with so much pride, so much ego, that it hurts our feelings when we see someone who has a completely contrary opinion, or a completely different view or belief to that one thing that we have held sacred all our lives. And yes, it's not our fault. Yes, we didn't decide it, but somehow it is still our responsibility to own up to it and decide to learn our own truths. So yes, we've been taught lies, but it's our responsibility to learn the new truths, to learn the new ways, to learn how to evolve. If living things have remained the way they have been from the beginning of time, I am almost certain so many things would have gone out of existence. So we need to evolve, we need to learn, we need to adapt. Indeed, I would not dispute the fact that there are universal truths that will always remain the same irrespective of what is said or what is done, but there are some that should evolve. And yes, let's go religious. If Jesus was alive or was to be back and live amongst us again, Jesus would not wear robes. He would wear lovely suits, or he would wear beautiful agbadas that the Yorubas would wear, or he would wear beautiful tunics that another culture would. So as times changed, we should too. the beautiful things that were recorded about kings back then, the monarch system. When the Bible will discuss about Solomon, they will talk about the carriage, and they will talk about how his chariot was designed with gold and with silver and with scarlet and all of that. If we're to rewrite that story now, we'll talk about the Bentleys, the Rolls Royce, and the Ferraris. So the times have changed and the dispensations are different. So also with the truth that we should learn. So we have a responsibility to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. So indeed we have been taught lies. Now we need to learn new truths. So my name is Laoli Bitoye, and I invite you to join me on this journey this month as we talk about the truth, the lies we've been taught, and the truth we need to learn. Thank you so much, and this has been 2, 5, and 6.